Imagine it's NFL Sunday, right? You're at this mega sports bar, surrounded by, I don't know, 160 TVs, and every single one is streaming this flawless, synchronized 4K feed.
Yeah, it's one of those things we just completely take for granted.
Exactly. But behind the walls, there isn't some chaotic tangle of incredibly thick, expensive video cables. There's a massive, invisible digital infrastructure quietly moving just, well, terabytes of data every second. So today, welcome to our deep dive into the hidden high-tech world of extreme video distribution. We're using a massive catalog from the veteran AV retailer HDTVSupply to really guide us.
Right, and specifically, we're looking at their heavy-duty gear.
Yeah.
Things like the DataVideo SE-4000MU 4K 8-channel rack-mountable digital video switcher and, their broader Wolfpack Matrix lines.
Yeah, because when you walk into a venue with dozens of screens, you just expect the visuals to work. But a single uncompressed 4K video stream contains gigabits of data per second.
Right, it's huge. Moving that much data used to require incredibly specialized rigid cables that just tapped out after maybe 50 feet. But the real breakthrough in this catalog is how modern hardware compresses and manages that staggering volume of data over really vast distances.
Okay, let's unpack this. Are these massive Wolfpack matrix switchers basically like high-speed, high-tech train yard directors, but routing 4K video signals instead of freight cars?
Yeah, that is exactly it. Like a train yard, but instead of routing whole physical trains, the matrix switcher is chopping up the massive 4K video feeds into tiny data packets.
Oh, so it breaks it all down.
Exactly. It fires those packets across the building and reassembles them flawlessly at the destination screen in just milliseconds. And what's fascinating here is that they aren't using proprietary cabling to do this.
Wait, they aren't?
No, they are shooting these massive signals over standard CT6 networks, literally the exact same cheap, thin Ethernet cables that run your office internet.
That is wild.
Yeah, and this technology scales from basic 4x2 setups all the way to monstrous 160 by 160 HDMI matrix switchers.
Well, here's where it gets really interesting. Looking at the catalog, they have specific sports bar TV distribution systems built on this tech, optimized for stuff like DirecTV and Everpass.
Oh yeah, totally standard for those large setups.
But I have to push back here for a second. Sending one 4K signal across a room is hard enough. How are they pushing 160 simultaneous 4K feeds over standard office cables without, massive latency or just crashing the entire network?
Well, that is the magic of it. The hardware actually creates its own isolated ecosystem.
Ah, gotcha. So it's totally separate.
Right, keeping those dense video streams separated from the regular internet traffic, so absolutely nothing bottlenecks.
Okay, but what about the user? Does the bartender need a computer science degree just to change the channel on TV number 84?
Not at all, actually. The interface totally hides all that complex packet switching. The system features what they call built-in free video wall processing.
Free video wall processing. What does that actually do?
So behind the scenes, the hardware basically creates a giant digital canvas. It doesn't even care where the physical plastic bezels of the 160 TVs are. It just treats all those screens as one massive, continuous grid of pixels.
Oh, wow. So it's just one big monitor to the system.
Precisely. So if the bartender wants a picture-in-picture layout, or maybe a POP split screen, they just drag and drop a box on a touchscreen tablet.
Just on a little dedicated Wolfpad tablet or something.
Exactly. The switcher instantly calculates which pixels need to go to which specific TV over the network to make that image line up perfectly.
That is incredibly slick. And if this hardware is bulletproof enough to survive an NFL Sunday, plus a bartender accidentally spilling a drink on the interface while switching 160 live games at once, I mean, you can see why it's highly sought after for environments where failure is literally not an option.
Oh, absolutely. The durability is a huge selling point.
So what does this all mean? Turning to the catalog again, there is an entire dedicated portal for government purchasing. We are talking TAA-approved products and federal GSA schedules. They even mention the NASA SOVP program.
Yeah, if we connect this to the bigger picture, aerospace and defense applications require absolute zero failure rates.
Right, you can't have a screen drop out during a launch.
Exactly. Managing mission-critical visual data requires highly secure, totally redundant control options.
Yeah.
You cannot rely on a spotty Wi-Fi app in a federal command center.
No, I would hope not.
Yeah, that's why these high-end Wolfpack systems utilize dual RS-232 controls.
Okay, and for those who aren't familiar, what is RS-232?
It is basically a hardwired point-to-point communication standard.
Right.
It cannot be hacked or interrupted by wireless interference at all.
So it's locked down tight.
Very. They pair that with robust, dedicated control software like Windows 11 or Secure Web GUI to guarantee that the person at the desk always has an unbroken, mathematically secure link to the visual data they need to see.
Incredible. Well, the big takeaway for you today is this. The next time you are sitting in a venue and you see a massive, flawless video wall, you'll know exactly what kind of heavy-duty data crunching hardware is quietly running the show behind the scenes.
Definitely. And this raises an important question. If commercial AV infrastructure can now easily and affordably chop up and load 160 synchronized 4K screens over a standard, cheap local network, how long until this kind of extreme, invisible video distribution seamlessly takes over our own homes?